All right, here she is, big-time feel. No surprise there, the UFC Hall of Famer and former women's bantamweight champion, the great rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey is a box office hit. Every time her name sits atop the marquee, the stars come out.
Yes.
From her UFC debut with the quick submissions to Jean LaBelle standing next to the octagon with the timer. Everything was always a spectacle, and Ronda had the skills to back it up.
I remember being at weddings and bar mitzvahs back in 2011, getting texts from guys like Sean Shelby. Dude, you got to see what Ronda Rousey just did, and it didn't take her long to enter the mainstream, successfully defended the title several times. Ronda Rousey back and perhaps with a point to prove here tonight. Well, she has been there, she has done that. Here's the former UFC women's featherweight champion, Cris Cyborg, and a lot of people are interested to see how this next phase of her career materializes after that shocking result against Amanda Nunes not all that long ago.
A lot of people will look to see how she responds, because when you're as dominant as Cris Cyborg is and has been over the course of her career, you don't expect that result. But even in that fight, you saw that Cris Cyborg, even though she was not having the best of it, was still in there and engaging and willing to fight. How does she respond? She'll try to respond by going in there and knocking somebody's head off.
Skill for skill, though, the total package. Obviously, to your point, the power is there. She's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt that she can lean on, but perhaps she won't go Vanderlei Silva style here tonight as Cyborg looks to bust back into the UFC win column.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a judo fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Venice Beach, California, presenting the former UFC women's bantamweight champion of the world, Rowdy Ronda Rousey! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a Muay Thai fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, USA, Cris Cyborg! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
You ready?
Well, DC, it's hard to believe that this fight was actually finally made. A lot of us felt like Ronda Rousey wasn't going to be able to enjoy retirement without at least trying to conquer Cris Cyborg. She gets her back tonight.
She finally gets the opportunity. Cyborg kept calling her name, calling her name, calling her name. And at her core, Ronda Rousey is a competitor. So when she gets challenged, she gets back to action. Tonight, she finally gets to shut the mouth of Cris Cyborg.
Oh, some real power shots here.
Nice.
Oh! Starting to see some of the damage cut underneath that right eye. Well, she's so confident in her defense and her ability to block shots, and now you see what?
You see all she learned from her background in boxing that allows her to be so effective defensively. Now she's in trouble. Oh, wow.
And you knew if she could take this fight to the ground that her opponent was going to be in trouble. So the takedown comes early, and so does the submission win. You know she's got great instincts when it comes to finishing fights. Once she gets them to the canvas, safe to say mission accomplished for her here tonight. All right, so that's the end of the round. Lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling game.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
So there she is, your winner by way of submission. That's a finish they'll be talking about for some time. We sent it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
At 1 minute, 20 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Ronda Rousey!
Well, really nice to see this young woman get a chance to exhale as she celebrates with her coaches. You've won world titles in 2 divisions, but you're not calling your shot the way she is. She said, I'm going to win this fight by submission, and it goes into the books just that way.
That's so much confidence to put yourself out on a limb like that. Nobody is brave enough to say, I'm going to do it here.